more growth from bushes, some small trees, all growing in this chamber. As you can see in about 60 feet. And then where we left off was there was a very deep grumbling type of voice that said, "Come in. We have been expecting you."
Well, Dave, before I go anywhere inside there, I'm going to make sure that I have my crossbow easily grabbable and that I have my arrows of dragon slaying ready to go.
Okay.
And I kind of look back at Shrump and think, kind of wave him in, because
Also, Dave, I don't know if we can do this right now, but I want to kind of cast a couple buffs to get us going.
Well, you did bless it. You should have done that before you open up the door.
Well, I said I'd get ready to do bless as soon as we're ready, but okay.
Well, I know
wait.
you cast bless already. I said no problem on that. I didn't hear anything else though.
Well, I was thinking I have this 4th level spell that let me see what it's called. Sorry, it's called Death Ward, and I was going to put it on Misty. I'm sorry, I was going to put it on Widow. And if she gets reduced to 0 hit points, she'll drop to 1 hit point instead.
Okay, and is Death Word a concentration spell?
It's not. It's just do it once, and then it lasts for 8 hours.
Okay, all right.
Instantaneous.
Do you have a little pendant that you can drop on there, or no? Something that's
I'll do something. Yeah, I'll do something. I got it. Yeah.
Got it?
So I'll put it on her.
Yes, yeah. Sure. You can get that off.
Alright, so, why the hell
Next
not?
time, buff up before you open the door. I'll let you do it this time. But I heard you do the bless, so. All right. So it looks like old Widow is moonwalking her way into the chamber. Oh, there you go. She got turned around. All right.
I'm gonna walk in like I own the joint, like I normally do.
All right. So as you walk into about right here, you see Chuth himself, very large dragon. Now, Chuth is here. This dragon is huge, and his wings are flapping. All right, and as he gets closer to the ground, all of this mist kind of swirls up, and you can see all the aerodynamics as the mist is kind of wrapping around his wings and whatnot, and you can feel the breeze hitting you from the wings, and then the mist just kind of spreads everywhere, and off of his back, pops an elf, and he lands directly next to him, and the elf speaks. The elf speaks and he tells you, so my friends, my father has sent you to kill me. Is that not the case? Is that why you are here?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, your father did not send us at all.
But we'll happily kill you if that's all the same to you.
It seems quite coincidental how you've found the stronghold. How you've freed all of my workers from the surrounding villages that I've liberated and helped set free from the rule of the tyranny of King Melondrak.
It's not the coincidence. You're sloppy. We just followed you here.
I see. So, are you here to join me? Or are you here to take my riches? Are you here to take my part of the tribute? There has to be some reason. You don't have to be coy with me.
We want the mask.
We'll start with the green dragon mask. That would be nice.
Sadly to say, but I am not the bearer of the green dragon mask. It is in the Well of the Dragons already. You're much too late for that. So, my friends, On that note, roll initiative. Because he tells you
Already
that,
done.
unfortunately, you've already failed in your mission to retrieve the mask, so now you will die. And then Chuth, he blasts his wings several times and, rises about 15 to 20 feet off of the ground and does a massive roar. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh, since I failed, I have nothing to live for now. I guess I shall die.
Right?
You did read my whispers?
I saw one come through. I'll have to check it out again.
Yep, with the purple circle.
And Chuth's initiative, luckily for the party, is an 11. Okay, so let me scroll back up here. Alright, so you're where the purple ring is then. And
Yeah, that's where it is.
mislead. Now, mislead, that's just a stationary spell, right? It doesn't have any kind of movement, right?
No, I wish I could share it with you, but and basically,
Well, I can open up your character sheet.
okay, just read it. You don't have
All
to
the
read it.
spells, here we go.
Not much of a spell if everyone knows about it.
Oh, no, I'm just gonna take a look at it really quick. I'm not gonna say anything. Concentration. Alright. Alright. So everybody pours into the room.
Indeed.
Blinded. Alright.
So there will not be a surprise round.
No, they were definitely expecting you. All right, so the dragon is hovering about 15 foot off of the ground, 15 to 20 feet, and like I said, the mist is kind of swirling around his wings, and you're being hit by the force of the wind coming off of his wings. You guys have rolled initiative. Looks like Neronvain is first with a 21. So what Neronvain is going to do is this. I'm going to go ahead and cast a 20-foot sphere. All right. All right, I'm going to center it right on everyone here. And as this happens, a noxious gas starts to basically billow up through the mist, and you guys start to cough and gag and whatnot. Now, you guys are going to need to make a saving throw, and I will make everyone make a saving throw. That is effective.
What kind of saving throw is it, Dave?
I will let you know in just 1 second. It is a con saving throw, and I'll do the roll for you guys.
Shit.
All right. So your Constitution saving throws are with the bless. It looks like Widow's successful. Tiberius, you failed. Shrump, you were successful. All right. So you're basically poisoned for 1 minute. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the poison effect, Tiberius. You are now poisoned for 10 rounds. And at the end of each one of your turns, you can try to end the effect on yourself. So you are now in this poisonous gas cloud. 2 of you are affected by it. Actually, multiple people are affected by it. And I will go ahead and pull this back down, as you guys are pretty much unaffected, except for Tiberius. He starts to gag and choke and whatnot. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm going to do. And the second thing that Neronvain is going to do is basically run up basically about 5 feet in front of the dragon, and he goes into a defensive stance. So we're going to go to Shrump Ladong. You are up, Shrump.
So I don't understand. He's ran in front of the dragon while the dragon's flapping up in the air, and he's in a defensive stance.
He's in a defensive stance. Yes, he is.
Okay, interesting.
Yes, he goes into.
There we go.
He casts a spell.
Defensive
He casts a
stance.
spell, and then he went into a defensive stance.
Okay. Well, since Trump just moved, guess it's my turn. I go ahead and pull the crossbow out that I've had readied. Knock the arrow of dragon slaying into it. Let me see if I have a thing for that. But
Okay. Well, just before you go, I'm going to go ahead and take a legendary action with the dragon. So the dragon is, as you guys know, in D&D 5e, dragons do get legendary actions. They get X amount of legendary action points around. So it's you guys remember that last week. So I'm going to go ahead and slash his tail, which is a 15-foot reach, and I will go ahead and slash out at Shrump as he gets closer to Neronvain. So his tail is going to lash in on you, hitting you with a 23 versus armor class. So your tail swipe is going to do a total of 14 bludgeoning damage as the dragon is flapping its wings in the air. It kind of just slashes its tail around, bam, giving you some bludgeoning damage. So.
Oh, right. So not an attack at disadvantage.
No. This is
right.
legendary actions. It gets 3 points, and depending on which legendary actions, some cost 1 point, some cost 2 points, and they're pretty cool.
Okie dokie, no problem.
okay, so I'm assuming that if I actually get to the damage part, then it'll be different than my regular arrows. So we'll deal with that if I actually hit.
Yeah, we'll have to see. You guys have pretty good bonuses.
Okay, so I am pulling my crossbow and knocking is it an arrow or a bolt?
It is whatever you need it to be.
Okay.
Because they would have catered for your weapon.
Right. So I go ahead and ready that arrow and kind of line him up in the sights and say, let's see how well you deal with this.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so that is a hit of 20. So what does an arrow of dragon slaying do?
Well, you're the one that gave it to me, so
Okay.
Kills them instantly, Dave.
Let's
Let's
open up the arrow of dragon slaying, and we'll take a look at it then. And we'll open it.
I think it's a D10, and it has to make a saving throw or take another D10 damage or something like that.
An arrow of slaying is a magic weapon meant to slay a particular kind of creature. Some are more focused on than others. For example, there are both arrows of dragon slaying and arrows of blue dragon slaying. If a creature belongs to the race, type, or group associated with the arrow of slaying, takes damage from the arrow. The creature must make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, or take an additional 6d10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much extra on a successful one. Okay, so you're also an assassin, correct? If I'm not mistaken? Okay, so the dragon has not officially had a turn in the order.
Correct.
So he has had a legendary action, so I'll even let you have sneak attack. So you can go ahead and add in sneak attack, and then I'll go ahead and do a saving throw. Or did I make an Arrow of Dragon Slaying pendant for you?
You did not.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll do a Constitution saving throw with the dragon. So you can go ahead and roll your damage on the dragon, and I will go ahead and do the Constitution saving throw, which he is successful with a 22. So you can go ahead and do the arrow, Arrow of Dragon Slaying damage. So I'll still take half. So you can roll an additional 6d10.
Well, the only arrow that I have is the one that's 1d6 plus 4 piercing. So I need to.
Okay, well, yeah, you can go ahead and roll your normal damage.
Okay, and then we just add it.
And then, yes, I'll add that manually in. Okay, so your attack with sneak attack is 22 damage. Okay, so the dragon takes 22 piercing damage. Now you can go ahead and do 6d10, and seeing that he made a saving throw, I will take half of that and add it to his total of damage taken.
Well, here's 5.
You can just keep right-click, pick up the die, and just keep right-clicking, right-clicking, right-clicking till you get 6D. Just hold down the left button and just keep using the right mouse button to pick up more dice. And it'll continue to pick up more.
I guess I'm not understanding because when I left click or right click on it, it gives me like 2, 3, or 2, 5, 4.
All right, the 6-sided that's at the bottom of your screen, just pick it up, hold the left mouse button down, and then just right click and see how it just keeps popping up more dice.
Well, ain't that cool?
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
Well, then why did it just do that?
Well, that's Tiberius doing it. I need to see a roll from you.
Well, then, God damn it.
So pick up the 10-sided and get 6 of them, all right? And then make sure you drop it in the chat.
Yeah, there it goes.
All right, so that's 7d10. So I will take off the 8 on the end. That's okay. So that would be a total of 24 more damage, halved, which would be 12 more piercing. So I will add 12 more. All right, so the arrow streaks. I mean, just blazes, and as the dragon, it actually he has this green aura coming off of the dragon with all of the other. As you guys come in. And you actually see the dragon as the dragon starts to flap his wings and whatnot. I mean, everything just kind of intensifies, for the amount of luminescent green that's coming off of the walls and, this, whatever you can see of the ceiling. So it is very dimly lit. And the arrow just streaks and hits the dragon right in the belly. And Chuth roars, and he's just continually flapping his wings. Okay, so next, Widow, you're anything else for you? Are you done, or any other movements?
I think I can only do one shot with the crossbow per round, right? So
yep.
That's
you
you
don't get extra attack. So all right.
Well, that's not right.
No, it's not. But then again, everybody should get sneak attack damage too. But then it would kind of balance it out, right?
Just runs.
I see. All right, so Chuth is going to fly over in this area here. And Chuth is going to do it. Oh, yeah, you've definitely gotten his attention because of that arrow. He knows that it was an arrow of dragon slaying. So what is going to happen now is I'm going to go ahead and use a skill that the dragon has. It is called Frightful Presence. So what Frightful Presence does is every creature that is within 120 feet, that is in with 120 feet and it is aware of the dragon. You guys are going to need to make a DC 16 saving throw. So I will go ahead and notch everybody up because you can all hear him and his bellowing roar. So we will go ahead and get everyone marked up in this. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a saving throw for you guys. There we go. Saving throws are out, so everyone, let's see. Vey, you're successful. You're okay. You're where you're at still. You're able to shake the frightful presence of the dragon. Tiberius, same as you.
I ain't afraid of them dragons.
No, you definitely aren't, but you're still poisoned. Widow and Shrump, you both fail. So what you're going to need to do, you're now feared. So what I'll do is I'll drop the fear on you. Alright. So let me go into the conditions. And that's for, let's see, failed is Shrump and Widow. Well, frightened. Alright, and basically what frightened is you're basically just there, and I'll give you the exact description of frightened. I think it's 290 in the book. 291. Alright, so frightened character, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of the fear is within line of sight, which it is, and the creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of the fear. So you guys are basically, you can't get any closer than where you're at. So, on that note, you two that are feared cannot move any closer, meaning Widow and Shrump. Now, I'm also going to make several attacks too. I will go ahead and throw 2 claws on Widow, and
Is anybody else scared because of all the silence? Let me just download
yeah, it
15
wasn't
more
supposed
dragon
to be that
tokens.
way. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't supposed to be like that because it actually just put a bunch of anyways, yeah. So you're both feared. You can't move any closer. Now, Widow, you're going to be the recipient of 2 claw attacks. So the first claw attack on you is a hit with a 16. So
All right.
you're going to
Can I
take
use Uncanny Dodge?
absolutely. So Uncanny Dodge does what? Hey, what's up, Biggin? Good to see you, Biggin. Haven't seen you in a long time either.
I think it's half. Hold on just a second.
Boy, I really kind of goofed this up, huh?
Okay. Starting at 5th level, when the attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Well, that is splendid, because you now take 7 damage. So I will take 8 damage back off of you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Alright. Now, for the second attack that's on you. And this is another claw, by the way, as it slashes at you twice. The second slash is a miss.
It's a miss.
Now
Yes.
it's going to follow up with a bite attack, and it's going to reach over towards Shrump as he kind of moves in one more square, and reaches 10 feet and chomps at Shrump. And that is a 29. So the
Trump's in
bite.
full defense. Did he get that disadvantage?
I didn't hear him say Did you really say you were in full defense, or because all I heard you
Yes,
say
but,
was you
but
ran
everybody
in
else was talking
and
over me, so I didn't really worry about it too much.
okay, yeah, I heard you say you walked in and then you just held your action. That's what I heard. All right, so let me
But
go.
if that's what you heard, then that's
No, it's
fine.
okay. I will do another attack roll to see if it is a miss or a hit. All right. All right, so with a disadvantage, that would be a miss, and then I'll take the 27 damage back off of you. All right. I did not hear him say that, but whatever. All right. So that is going to be it for Chuth. Vey, you're up now. Unfortunately, I didn't hear that, so I just heard him run in and hold an action.
Alright, to move the purple thing.
Okay.
Alright, I run over here, screaming. Forget the dragon, take out the traitor. And I do some cast in the air.
You're just basically just waving your hands around, right?
Mm-hmm, yep.
Okay.
All right, so it's my turn, Dave. And since I'm poisoned, I get disadvantage on my rolls, so that
You do.
sucks.
But you'll get to make another saving throw afterwards. So.
Oh, goody. Okay, so before I let me ask you a couple questions. How tall is this cavern? I know this guy's floating around, but how high up is this cavern?
The cavern goes up well beyond your, towards the end, the edge of where you're at. You can see the ceiling's about 30 feet, but more towards the center of where Chuth is, it goes out of beyond your dark vision.
Okay. Well, I don't have dark vision, but yeah, so it's out of my vision.
Well,
so
an
I don't
elf
really
would
know.
have it. Yeah, you don't have it. So, but with the amount of green luminescent light that the moss is shedding on the walls, you can see up about 20-30 feet. But then after that, it just goes into darkness.
Okay. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with my verbal component, I'm going to pray to my God, and I'm going to summon a guardian of faith, and put them in front of, right next or one square away from Widow.
Okay, well that would be really awesome and fine and dandy, but I'm going to do one more thing before you do that. I'm going to use another legendary action, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to splurge on this actually.
Oh, splurging!
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and splurge on this legendary action. I think
I'm going to summon my uncommon action. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a wing attack, and this is going to be my last 2 points for the round. And basically, seeing that he's already hovering in the air, he's going to beat his wings super quick, and everyone within 10 feet of me, actually including Neronvain himself, they're going to have to make basically dexterity saving throws. So I will go ahead and make Shrump and Widow and Neronvain make some saving throws. Whoops. So I need to put this back on Chuth really quick. Alright. Dragons are fun, aren't they? I know you guys enjoy them. Alright, so looks like everyone failed their dexterity saving throw. Alright, so it looks like do some bludgeoning damage. Alright, so everybody's going to take a total of 16 bludgeoning damage, and now everyone is knocked prone. So let's go ahead and give all 3 of you guys prone, which would be Widow, Shrump, and also Neronvain is affected by this also. Alright, so everybody hits the ground. Now, you can go ahead and continue on. Sorry about that. I
Yeah,
know you love
no,
legendary actions.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I mean,
It's sort of like Columbo. Oh yeah, and just one more thing.
that's right.